In Ukraine, defying world powers, Russia formally annexed Crimea and faced immediate pushback. President Obama is calling an emergency meeting of Western allies. CBS 2 political reporter Marcia Kramer with more.
Today, Vladimir Putin's weapon was a pen, the one used to sign a treaty annexing Crimea, and it escalated tensions between the United States and Russia to the highest level since the Cold War. American response was swift, a vow of more sanctions.
The costs have been real, and they will increase.
The president also called a meeting in Europe next week of the now called G7, the United States, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, and Great Britain, to respond to Russia's latest move. But Russia is already getting the cold shoulder. It has been dropped from the group of world economic leaders it used to be called the G8. Experts say that in the short term, Putin seems monumentally unmoved by the reaction of President Obama and the West.
Putin looks out at the West and doesn't see a lot of strong leadership. So he's not terribly worried.
Which may be why the Russians seemed to act with derision when President Obama announced economic sanctions and travel restrictions against 11 Russians and Ukrainians. The Russian parliament challenged Obama today to extend the sanctions to all 353 deputies who voted to annex Crimea. And Russia's deputy prime minister mocked Obama, saying the target list must be the work of some prankster. But in the long term, Putin could face problems if the United States and its Western allies have the backbone to impose the kind of stiff economic sanctions it imposed on Iran, refusing to do business with Russian companies and banks.
Long-term energy supplies get rerouted, because if Russia did not have the Western European energy market, it would, the Western Europeans would suffer initially, but the Russians would suffer even more.
Why?
Because it's a major source of income.
Well, in a speech today, Putin said he wouldn't be deterred by Western sanctions. He called on China and India for support. He also hinted at reprisals, saying, quote, "If you push a spring too hard, at some point it will spring back." You always need to remember this. Maurice and Christine.
A little cryptic there. All right. Marcia, thank you.
Thank you, Marcia.